Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So today I'm going to do some Valentine's Day posters. So this is going to be something Claire's Crafty Corner does these as well. She's virtually shown a couple of videos like this, and I've done them as well, but I wanted to she's got a collaboration happening, so I'm going to do some like how she did hers in a Valentine's Day theme. I'm just going to use my alcohol wipe and just give these a little clean. Just get in there in the nooks and crannies. And we're using jesmonite today. Sorry if I didn't say that at the beginning. So I just use an alcohol wipe and just wipe in there. Just make sure there's no dust or glitter. Because I don't know why, but I get glitter everywhere and I don't even use much of it. So we have these. Now, we are going to make up some of the colour. So I've got my cup. I'm going to weigh this off screen. So we put these on the scales. What I have is, I've got my jesmonite liquid in a squeezy bottle. Just going to double check my weights. So 15. So that makes 6, 12. Yep, so 6 grams of liquid. I don't think I reset them to 0. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got quite big cups for the amount that I'm making up, but I couldn't find some smaller ones unless they were miniature. So there's my 6 grams of my liquid. Now with my powder, I've got 15, but I'm going to sift it. So you get a lot less lumps and imperfections when you sift it. So often I mix my jesmonite off camera, but today I won't. There we go. Sift it through. Get my stirrer. Give it a really good stir. Scrape the sides. Sorry about the noise. Now I want to scrape the stick as well. And then grab that and just reincorporate that down into that. Now I've got red, which is brambiler ultra red. I'm going to put just 2 drops, which I hope is still not too much. The jesmonite liquids actually are really quite strong, so but I want this to be quite red. Sometimes you mix them up and they come out very, very pinky. Well, this is still coming out. It's not a fire engine red, it's kind of like a very dark pink 2 red. But that's fine. Scrape my stick again, just in case there's some white on there. Stir that through. Okay, that's good. Now what I've got is these little needle tip droppers. So I'm going to have to pinch the cup until it's a spout and then try to pour it in here as best as I can. So I'm going to have way more than I need, but it's hard to make such small amounts. There we go. Now, with what's ever left over, I am just going to scrape down into this love heart shaped chocolate mould. I always keep a mould close by when I'm doing jesmonite because I always have a tad too much. Perfect. Alright, now get that cup out the way. Put the lid on this. Now you can't dawdle when you're doing jesmonite, especially in these needle tip bottles. So that goes hard in there, then I've ruined it. So now we want to do a love heart. So I might do a couple of love hearts actually. So just didn't come out the way I was planning to. No, not happy. So get my wipe. That's no, just another alcohol wipe. Wipe that off. So if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. Okay, we'll try this again. It's that little plastic thing getting in my way, actually. All right. So there's my love heart. I'm just going to do a couple of tiny little dots with the red in random locations. They're actually not so random the way I've done them. Do the same over here. Okay, now I'm just going to let that set. Then I'm going to make up a black and I'm going to do some different things with the black, but I want to get this out of here. So again, actually what I'll do is I'll squirt the rest into this because this isn't completely full. I'm just going to keep squirting until nothing comes out. There we go. Now I can go wash this out. So I'm going to pause this while I go wash it out, and then we'll be back. Ooh. Just always knocking something over. And then I'll be back shortly, and this will also have started to set up, so that will be good. All right, pausing. Okay, I'm back. So I have washed out the red nozzles. Oops. And then I've just made up the black one and put it into the bottle. So now we're going to do the same thing. That first love heart is not good. So my issue is trying to get that one off or out without ruining the rest. So you just have to be a little bit more precise. So I'm just putting it on my finger, wrapping the tissue around my finger, and then wiping. This wipe is a little bit dry. There we go. So as you can see, you haven't always ruined everything if that happens. And as you can see, I spilled powder everywhere. So now we're also going to do some circles. So I'm just going to put this down and just squeeze out some. And just do different size circles. Just to add some other interest into it. I'm going to put a couple of dots in this outside area too. Okay, they look alright. So I'm trying not to overdo it, but at the same time I don't want to underdo it either. Now again, just squirting the rest of the black into this mould. And then this one. This is just so it's not wasted. If I don't like these love hearts, I can always break them up and use them as terrazzo chips in a future project anyway. So that's the advantage of using the jesmonite. Okay, so that's part 2 done. So now I'm just going to go wash out this black thing. If I leave that in there, it will just go hard and ruin that whole bottle, and I'll have to replace it. So we will pause this and get ready for stage 3. Okay, now part 3. So I did actually make up my third colour, but 2 drops went in instead of 1, and it came out too dark a grey, so I poured it into a different mould and didn't use it. Made up a fresh batch, which has got about half a drop of black in there, because I just want a slight grey colour, because I don't really want it to be natural jesmonite colour. So that's that. Now we're just going to do what we did before, pinch the side and just pour it in like we normally would. Quite hot today, so well, every day's been hot here in summer, so it's thickening up really fast, so I'm trying to work quick. Which one needs more? This one. So just scraping out what's left in my cup. Alright, leave it as that. Okay. Now these aren't the easiest, so I'm just going to give it a slight tap on the sides. Give it a shift. All I'm doing is blowing air on the back, pops those bubbles that are at the surface that haven't actually popped by themselves. Awesome. Now that's it. All I really have to do now is just leave these. I'm going to leave them for probably about, they say 20 to 30 minutes. I'm probably going to leave them for 30 minutes. Go have a rest, watch some TV, come back, and then I will demold these and show you guys what they look like. So really excited. My artistry talents aren't fantastic. I find sometimes they're better when I'm off camera because I'm not rushing. But you see the process of it and you get the gist of it. So Valentine's Day coasters, we will be back later to do the unmolding. All right, catch you later, guys. Bye. All right, we are back. So, oh, I must have touched this light and changed its colour. There we go. Now, we are here to unmold these now. So they feel firm. I can see what they look like. Good thing about jesmonite, you get to unmold them relatively quickly after you've done your project, which is the fun part. And there we go. That looks quite cool. And you can do these patterns any way you like. Looks like there's a little break in the jesmonite there. I think what's happened is the red has come a little bit loose and some of the grey's gone underneath it. So I can either sand that back a tiny little bit or leave it as is. It's up to you, depends how perfect you want everything to be. I find homemade art doesn't have to be perfect. That's the fun about it. And this one, so again, we've got a couple of little breaks, so I may actually give these a little sand back just on this main surface here, just to give it a little bit of little bit more definition where those were. But overall, that turned out quite good. They are homemade. They're not, like I said, my artistry is not perfect, so I don't expect them to be perfect, but these are just a little Valentine's Day thing. I like the little dots that I've done around the edges. I don't really like coasters with lips, but these were the ones that I had that were big enough in the shape I wanted. I find the lips get in the way, so by having a lip, it was actually good to give it that little dots, just to kind of add something different to it. I use these coasters quite a lot for candles, so I can put a candle in the middle and the wax has a little bit of a lip to go into, but I don't use them for drinks very much, because I find people tend to put them down on the lip when they don't put them right in the center, and then they topple over, which is very frustrating. While I'm here, I'm just going to demold a couple of love hearts just to show you how they turned out. So these here are just jesmonite excess that I poured into them. If I varnish these, they will get a little bit more darker in colour, slightly. So again, really happy. I think they've turned out quite well. These coasters will be quite cool. And this was just that mould that I made for a candle, tea light candle. This was the colour that I initially made that I was not keen on. I might as well demold it and show you guys. Got to get air into that centre part. And we'll just undo it that way. Turn it inside out. There, that's just a candle holder. I just got these for myself for at home, for around the place. It's got that speckled look about it this time. Sometimes they get that. If I sand that back, that will mostly go away. But we're here to actually see the coasters. So I hope you guys like this. Thank you, Claire's Crafty Corner, for doing this and inspiring us to make them. And she's got this collaboration on at the moment, so I'm going to try and put these videos up with that collaboration so people can see what else people do for Valentine's Day. So thanks everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. Comment, like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll take a few photos of these coasters and show you what they look like in photos at the end. Okay, catch you later. Bye.